Welcome to another mega exciting 5 minutes ICC auto pairing. So set off the 5-minute auto pairing, the Internet Test Club, one of the fiercest pairing systems in the world. So the more games you win, the more likely you are to be playing a grandmaster on the next game. It's that tough. How many title players are on? 89 title players are on at the moment. So set it off. Okay, Freddie Matsura. Let's play E4. Maybe a Vienna game would be interesting. With F4, quick F4 to knight F6. I quite like that. I don't think this is any good. I think he's misplayed it somehow. Oh, I've had this before, losing the knight on D5, and I did a bit of post-mortem, so I'm hoping I can remember what to do here. I think G3, knight F3, there's G2. So maybe King E2 here for a moment.
Check.
And maybe just King E3 here, or King takes F3. Queen H5, there's G4. Oh, it's an interesting line. There's knight E3 as well with D6. So this is an interesting line. So we play knight E3. That protects the knight, sort of. I'm going to try and get G3 in for King G2 if I get a chance. If I do get a chance. To pigeonhole my king on G2.
Check.
Oh. Okay, Willie's sacrifice bishop. Oh, scary. Well, I think he's got practical compensation here. If not a forced mate soon. Knight F3. Knight F3 to H5. Is that something to play Knight F3? I've lost about a minute. I'm about a minute down, but I've got this extra piece. Yeah, theoretically, I've had this before, and I think it's not good for black in theory. If I can get to play Queen F2, just to challenge that queen. Try and get my pieces developed. Right, I think quick D4 here is in order, so I can discover an attack on the queen with knight F5, get the bishop out. So knight D4, knight F5 actually could be handy. I'll play this for a moment. Okay, there is knight D4. Oh, there is knight F3 as well to consider. I'm going to get to play knight F4. I just want some pieces developed, really. So we got to play knight F4. Then knight F5 after. Okay, so knight F5. Okay, I'll blockade here. I want to get more pieces. A4, bishop B5. Right, I'll get this knight off or back. Get my maybe rook D1. Try and get control of the D5 square. Like C4 and knight D5. Okay, it looks as though I'm doing well, but scary. Maybe C5 is on the cards, or try and actually gain some space here with B5 and C5. Okay, I'm getting to his king a little bit. perhaps. Okay, so rook d5, bit of pressure on e5 now. Aha. Right, I'll take that, I think. Can I just keep control of... He's going to attack my knight soon. It does look as though he's got a lot of material for a moment. I don't want to be in a nasty pin, particularly. We'll discover the attack. I think bishop b6, if queen b6, rook b5 takes... Okay, he's getting rid of all my pawns. I'll just try and fracture his king here with rook d6. So it's bishop and knight against rook, but his kings have been a bit compromised. It has been a difficult game, to say the least. So knight d5 here, or the check. I think knight d5 for bishop f4. If bishop f4, I've got queen a6 on queen d5. So I want to play knight c7. There's check here and bishop f4. I think this is dangerous. Queen f5, bishop f4, queen d5, queen a6. So I think I'm getting to his king potentially. So I think
check.
This is a loose rook.
Check.
So bishop f4 here. Yeah, dramatic game. Very dramatic. Yeah, let's have a quick look at the opening. I've had this before, and I had to do a post-mortem. I actually managed to lose the knight on d5 in the game I had before. So I think, yeah, I've played it wrong. King e3. King e3 is the move, believe it or not. Then if queen g5, king f2, it looks crazy. So what I actually played, is this any good? It's not as good, apparently. It's not good because of knight c6. This would justify black's play.
Check.
For example, yeah, black's getting it looks to be a very dangerous attack.
Check.
Unless is this okay?
Check.
It's nothing for white. So the actual move is to actually play, it would seem, I mean this is a crazy line, because if knight takes, you know, black just plays check here. I mean this is okay for white though, this position, to give back the piece. But the actual move king e3, what does actually black do here? If knight c6, then taking, and then that's control of most squares of significance and kicking the queen. The actual move king e3 seems a bit weird to play. You might think just to see that again though, knight here, there's no knight f3, and so because there's no knight f3, that only covers d4, it doesn't cover e5. Check. And this is just winning for black, it seems.
Check.
This is horrible.
Check.
So okay, the move king e3 is one to remember.
Check.
But I think he blew it there a little bit and back in the game, but still very unpleasant. I'm not trying to play actively. I think I could have been well and truly done over. But the advantage shift over here as well. Knight d5 apparently in this position. Now bishop. Yeah. Okay. So it was a very tricky game. I had to try and get back in. I think I am back in the driving seat at the moment. Small advantage. Instead of rook d5, knight d5 here is interesting. I wonder what the idea is. Taking and rook c1, c7. Also bishop a7, knight c7 check. That's really dangerous. So I think, oops, not that. But say the queen went here. I think bishop a7 is the other point that the black's getting mated. So yeah, that would have been good. Knight d5. If That c pawn is a poison pawn. So black's actually, in this position, black was actually better now. Not surprising. So maybe a bit of a blunder then, taking on a4 to allow rook d6. That shatters black's king safety. It was a blunder. Put me back in with a chance. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.